What's good? What it do? You already know who it is. It's Mr. UKNOOo TV up in this mug. You heard me? Now check this, man. Check this, man. If y'all watching this video, please hit me with a like, man. You know what I mean? Hit me with a like. You know what I'm saying? Let's get them likes up. You know what I mean? Subscribe if you want to. Up to you. You know what I mean? But if you do, I appreciate it. Much love, you heard? But yeah, man. I got a nice one for y'all, man. BOOSIE badass, you know what I mean? This is about, like, what happened, what BOOSIE was going through before the murder case, you know what I'm saying? And beating the murder case, you know what I'm saying? And free now. That's what's up. Shout out you, BOOSIE. You know what I mean? BOOSIE my favorite artist, favorite rapper. You know what I mean? Like, BOOSIE go hard for Baton Rouge, you know what I'm saying? Louisiana, New Orleans. Excuse me. He from where? I mean, guess something. He from where? You already know, man. Master P, Hot Boys. You know what I mean? Cash Money. You know what I'm saying? He from around there, man. NBA Young Boy. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of artists from there. Soulja Slim. There's a lot. It keeps going. So, yeah, man. But yo, man. Before I get into that, you know, I gotta get into this right here, right? Right.
I ride around with the pistol on the side. I blow it down, put the dollar to the sky. We coming through, you niggas gotta hide. What it do, you know it's homicide.
Spitting stupid, reckless thoughts got me feeling hectic. That's life for your ass, grow up fast. Learn the ways of these streets, envy's always lurking. Devil's out, we soul searching.
Yeah, you already know, man. You already know, man. Yo, shout out to Swamp Stories, man. That's where I got the video from, you know what I mean? So we're going to check this out. Of course, I'm going to throw in my responses, you know what I'm saying? And in between, you know what I mean? So if I pause it, I'm trying not to pause it for too long. You know what I mean? I ain't going to try to talk for too long, but yeah, man. If you got somewhere else to be, then you already know what it is. But other than that, man, let's get into this. If you're a BOOSIE fan, you want to, you know what I mean? You want to see this. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into it.
Rouge was always overshadowed by New Orleans. Between the Hot Boys, Juvenile, Master P, Soulja Slim, Lil Wayne, Birdman, Turk, BG, and Manny Fresh, you can say that New Orleans definitely had the spotlight. But as No Limit began cooling down and Birdman and Lil Wayne moved away to the mainstream world, New Orleans lost its spotlight. And that's when Baton Rouge began to rise. A young man named Torrance Hatch, also known as Lil BOOSIE, had the local scene on fire. But although he was a local success down south, he wasn't exactly doing major numbers. That was until 2005 when BOOSIE signed with Warner Brothers, and this is when things would start looking up for him. But despite the mainstream success, BOOSIE's life in Baton Rouge was all but on an upward trajectory. This is one of the most complicated and illogical stories I have ever told. So please rewind and pause if you have to. So let's dive in. Lil BOOSIE is from South Baton Rouge, but more specifically the Roosevelt Street Projects. And during his childhood, his neighborhood was run by a group called BBG, also known as Bottom Boy Gorillas. I know the name sounds very...
I bet it's crazy down there too. I always hear stories about Baton Rouge, you know what I mean, New Orleans, you know what I mean, just the whole New Orleans period, like crazy, man, crazy, you know what I'm saying? Of course there's gangs everywhere, there's gangs everywhere, you know what I mean? And everywhere, you know what I mean, is different with the gangs, you know what I mean? Like, they're structured different, you know what I mean? They ain't the same everywhere, you know what I mean? Everywhere is structured different on how they do things and how they maneuver, you know what I mean? But yeah, man.
very unlike BOOSIE, if you know what I mean, but it actually makes sense. They operate out of what's known as the bottom of South Baton Rouge. This is pretty much considered Washington Street down to Astor Street. Street, and BBG put 4s down to mark where they're from. And on the other side of Washington Street, you have another group called TBG. This means Top Boy Gorillas, and they put 4s up to show that they're from the top of South Baton Rouge. Both sides are known for getting money and playing rough, and although there was an off and on rivalry between members of both groups, I wouldn't necessarily call it a beef at all. It's way more complicated than TBG versus BBG, and most of the losses came from internal issues on both sides. So let's get into the events. Boosie always rolled with his two closest friends, Ivy Smith, also known as Lil Ivy, and Daryl Milton, also known as Bleak. Both Ivy and Bleak were the top.
Yo, that's crazy because, you know what I mean? Boosie always talk about Ivy and Bleak. Always, rest in peace to Ivy and Bleak, you know what I mean? But Boosie always talk about Ivy and Bleak. Put them in like all his songs and shit, you know what I mean?
Top 2 TBG members known for calling shots and leading the most hated group in all of Baton Rouge. And Boosie was no less than them, except that he had become the head of BBG. And that's to say that South Baton Rouge was all rocking together. BBG and TBG was all one family. But once Boosie began blowing up, his friend Lil Ivy wanted to start rapping as well. So he would start his own label called TBG Records. And this is where things began to get blurry. Some people in Baton Rouge say that Boosie didn't want to see Ivy get on his level, so he prevented him from connecting with major labels. And some would say that this caused tension between TBG and BBG. But Boosie claims that that's not true and there was no friction. Regardless, things would get serious on April 2nd, 2005. It's a Friday night in Baton Rouge, and Boosie is set to do a walkthrough at Club Shenanigans. But the main reason he's there is to celebrate Ivy Smith's 25th birthday. So to those who say they had issues, please explain that. But anyways, while at the club, an argument breaks out between a local rapper named UKNOOo and Lil Boosie's crew. That's when Boosie, who at this point is already signed to Warner Brothers, decides to leave the club. So Boosie leaves with most of his entourage except for Ivy Smith, who stays in the club till the very end. Ivy gets in his car with two friends and heads to his home all the way.
That's crazy. Like, why would you stay there by yourself? You know what I mean? Why would somebody, you know what I mean, you there with, you down with, you call him your brother, you know what I mean? That's my top dog right there, you know what I mean? That's the crew, you know what I'm saying? Like, why would it just leave you? You know what I mean? Like, by yourself, even though you say, oh, you good, but still, man, you're supposed to have somebody else with you. It's just gonna stay there by yourself. That's crazy. That's crazy. And they just let him stay there by himself, knowing that there was just, you know what I mean, an altercation going on, and knowing he was Boosie, and they know about him. I don't know, man. I just don't get it. That shit's weird.
In Sherwood Forest. And as he's driving down Interstate 12, a car pulls up beside him and bam! Instantly, all the attention was on one man only, UKNOOo. It had to be UKNOOo who did it, and everyone was convinced. But UKNOOo would instantly dispel the rumors, saying that he wasn't involved in any ways. He was even able to prove to police that he was at a completely different location at the time it happened.
Basically, I didn't do it, but ain't nobody believed me. But later on down the line, a couple months later, they found out I didn't do it. Ain't nobody apologized to me for it, so I'm mad now. So I'm like, let's get it on, you know?
So after
shit, I'll be mad too. You know what I mean? You saying you didn't do something, everybody accusing you of doing this, everybody accusing you. You know what I mean? Now everybody looking at you different. You know what I'm saying? If they didn't find out the truth, somebody probably would have killed him. You know what I mean? Just because everybody's saying he did it and he didn't do it. So he could have lost his life right there. But it's fucked up that when it came out that he didn't do it, yeah, I mean, they still didn't have the decency to be like, yo, you know what I mean, my bad, niggas blaming you, you know what I mean? Like, we know now, you know what I'm saying? But none of that, like, sucks, bro. That's crazy. Then you gotta walk around seeing people and shit, like, that's blaming you. That blamed you.
After this, a new rumor began roaming around Baton Rouge. People would say that Ivy was not into it with rivals. Rather, he had issues with his own friend over some money. That would be a man by the name of Tremaine Franklin, also known as Lil Pig. Lil Pig was a fixture within the BBG TBG circle, and he was often seen with Lil Boosie in music videos. Now let me state that this here is 100% hearsay and was never proven in court, so take it as a rumor, not a fact. But regardless, this here may convince you that Lil Pig was the one who did it. April 23rd, 2008. Lil Pig and his mother are sitting on the porch of their South Baton Rouge home. That's when a man pulls up and bam! Again, at first, all eyes were pointed at UKNOOo, but those within the circle knew exactly what this was all about. After a little while, a new name was being talked about all.
See? Now that could have been UKNOOo that they could have shot and killed. You know what I mean? And he was innocent. It had nothing to do with it. It's crazy. But you know, street justice, man. We're gonna get the justice ourselves. We ain't gonna wait for the cops. The word get around on the streets, man. You know what I mean? Especially in the hood. Word get around quick.
All around Baton Rouge. That would be a young man named Nicholas Sterling, also known as Lil Finn. Lil Finn was very close to Lil Boosie and was often seen by his side, and everyone started saying that he was the one who handled Lil Pig for what he did to Lil Ivy. Regardless if it's true or not, everything would come around for him just a few months later. August 23rd, 2008. Lil Finn gets into a random argument with a man on McKinley Street. The man, whose name is Donald Eli, would notice Lil Finn reaching down, and that's when he would react. Bang! Lil Finn, or Lil Nick, which
Stephen, did you know a term?
Finn, or Lil Nick, which is his other nickname, is still a legendary name in Baton Rouge. He was one of Boosie's closest friends, and you can always hear him referring to him in his music. But this just goes to show that in Baton Rouge, things always catch up to you. So boom, here we are at the end of 2008, and although Boosie is more popular than ever before, things are falling apart for him in Baton Rouge. Now without Ivy, Josh Thomas, Kevin Henderson, Lil Pig, and Lil Finn, Boosie...
Damn. Yo, they getting popped over there left and right. Like, lick, nigga. It ain't never stop. You know what I mean? That's that gang life, man. It never stop. It never ends. You know what I'm saying? It never ends. You kill one of ours, go kill two of yours. You know what I mean? You know the rules, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy, man. This whole life's crazy. But it's the city. I mean, it's city life, man. See, to live fast, you know what I mean? Do what you gotta do. Or get pushed over, you know what I mean? I ain't the one to be pushed over, so D-ball my way through. Y'all heard?
He definitely lost a lot of his muscle, and that right there introduces us to a brand new character. Let me introduce you to Michael Louding, also known as Marlo Mike. The name Marlo Mike rings bells all throughout Louisiana because he is truly something else. Marlo Mike grew up in the same neighborhood as Boosie, but was definitely less fortunate. In fact, he was the poorest kid in the entire neighborhood, and his living conditions absolutely stunned Lil Boosie. He could not believe the way that Marlo Mike was being raised, so Boosie would step up to the plate and take him in as a son of his own. He was even allowing him to live with him since the age of 12. But once Marlo Mike got old enough, he would outgrow the role of a kid and have a...
What? Like, Boosie took him in as his son? Had him living with him at the age of 12? Like, what's his parents like? Drug addicts? To the point where, you know what I mean, they don't realize if their kid is home or not, you know what I mean? Or will be home or taken away, or, you know what I mean, just don't care, like on drugs bad, or they're just the type of parents that just don't care. You know what I mean? Figure, oh, you 12, you're old enough now, you know what I mean? You can start doing shit on your own. You ain't got to worry about you. But that's crazy. I can't see a regular parent like doing that unless they was like really like bad heavy on drugs and shit. Like they just didn't care. The only thing that mattered to them was that drug. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the only way he would get away, you know what I mean, to live at Boosie's house, or Boosie went. You know what I mean? It spoke to them and it was like, hey, we don't know. That part we don't know. So I ain't even gonna say like stuff like that, like, oh, this, you know what I mean? Stuff could probably happen, but we don't know that. So, but it's crazy how the parents let him live with Boosie when he was 12 years old. Like, I don't know. I don't. Unless he said he was the poorest kid in the neighborhood, so I'm assuming the parents was real bad on drugs. You know what I mean? That's my opinion. That's what I assume. So.
A new role in South Baton Rouge. He became Lil Boosie's new enforcer, and that's not me saying it, he said it himself. But Marlo Mike was only 15 years old when he got his start, and this story is absolutely insane. All of this is as told by Marlo Mike as he took the witness stand in 2012. Some information was confirmed and others were dismissed. Don't take everything as a fact, rather a personal account. And that takes us to April of 2009. Lil Boosie allegedly gets his chain snatched by another BBG member. That would be a man by the name of Marcus Thomas. And Lil Boosie felt disrespected to the point where he would ask Marlo Mike and Michael Judson to handle it for him. April 25th, 2009. Marcus Thomas is driving down West McKinley Street just 2 blocks from Boosie's projects. That's when
So Boosie took him under his wing, you know what I mean? Bred him to be his little hitter. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Bred him to be his little hitter, nigga. His hitter. Man, go out there and do that thing, you know what I mean? Oh man, that's crazy. Yo, that's crazy. So this the one this is the dude Marlo Mike. He's the one that was on the Boosie movie, you know what I mean? That Quando Rondo was playing. This is the face to Quando Rondo on the Boosie movie. You know what I mean? To the dude was like, I ain't got nothing to say, Your Honor, twisting his head. You know what I mean? This is the actual face to go with that character from that movie. You know what I mean? The little nigga that was getting mad bodies. This is him right here.
when Marlo Mike pulls up and bang. Another internal conflict in Baton Rouge over something pointless, once again. And at this point, everything that happened to South Baton Rouge was between them. And because of that, everyone assumed that the problems with UKNOOo were over. In fact, both artists would do interviews confirming that they ran into each other at the airport and squashed it. And given that, you'd assume that everything was good. But unfortunate news would come soon. February 9th, 2009. Marlo Mike drives up to UKNOOo's neighborhood in Mid-City, Baton Rouge. He heads down America Street and bam! This incident here shocked everyone, especially after they publicly squashed their issues. But Marlo Mike would claim that after the interviews were done,
after they publicly squashed their beef. Publicly, right? So they was plotting on him. Allegedly, you know what I mean? Allegedly, they was plotting on him. You know what I mean? Let's do this public, you know what I mean, beef squashing. So when we do kill this nigga, it ain't gonna come back to us because we publicly squashed it and it seemed like everything's A-okay. But that's allegedly. I don't know. You know what I mean? But crazy, man. That's that fake shit, man. That's that shit ain't real. Niggas think it's smart on the other end, but then again, like, is it really? I don't know, man.
Boosie would actually disrespect Boosie at a nightclub again, and sadly, that's all it took. But another major event would occur just a few months later, October 21st, 2009. Boosie and his friend Michael Judson get a letter from Angola State Prison. The letter is from a friend, and it states that a man named Terry Boyd was in Angola talking about what he's gonna do to Boosie. It just so happens that Terry Boyd gets out the same day. So Boosie tells Marlo Mike that he has $25,000 for him, and he knows exactly what to do. So Marlo Mike drives out to Terry's address. He waits for the night. Bam! Marlo Mike would then say that he returned to Boosie's house, and he would say that Boosie recorded 2 songs to celebrate the event. Anyways, Boosie would give Marlo $2,800 in rewards, which I guess was not enough for his lawyer.
Did he say he gave him $2,800 for his reward? See, and then Boosie did 2 songs celebrating. That's why they took his, you know what I mean? That's why they took his computer hard drive, you know what I mean? With all the music on it, because niggas putting it in their song. Did he say 2,000 though? 2,800, that's all he gave him? Let's run that back. 2,800? That's it? That's all you gave, little money? Come on, Boosie.
Friend Michael Judson get a letter from Angola State Prison. The letter is from a friend, and it states that a man named Terry Boyd was in Angola talking about what he's gonna do to Boosie. It just so happens that Terry Boyd gets out the same day. So Boosie tells Marlo Mike that he has $25,000 for him, and he knows exactly what to do. So Marlo Mike drives out to Terry's address. He waits for the night. Bam! Marlo Mike would then say that he returned to Boosie's house, and he would say that Boosie recorded 2 songs to celebrate the event. Anyways, Boosie would give Marlo $2,800 in rewards, which I guess was not enough for his loyalty, and that takes...
See, that's crazy, because at first he said 25,000. 25,000, so, you know, little homie was excited, like, word, we get 25,000, and to end up getting 2,800, you missing a whole bunch of money. So straight shortchanged me, bro. You know what I mean? That's when the unloyalty start coming in.
Takes us to April 1st, 2010. Marlo Mike is contacted by a rival of Boosie named Reginald Youngblood. The man offers him a sum of money to catch up with Boosie's 2 closest friends. That would be Charles Noki Matthews and Daryl Bleak Milton. And some would say that these were Boosie's only 2 day 1 friends left. Regardless of how much money he was offered, there's no way Marlo Mike would do it, right? You'd think that he would be loyal to the man who took him in since the age of 12. Not in this case. Marlo Mike is cold. On the morning of April 1st, 2010, Marlo Mike would get the job done. But after this, literally everyone was left clueless. Marlo Mike would even attend the funeral 2 weeks later with Boosie and everyone else from BBG. But shortly after, he would go down for
Damn. Nigga went to the funeral, everything, knowing he, you know what I mean, took homie out. That's crazy. Yo, that's some straight Boston shit, though. Niggas be doing that in Boston, man, killing their own cousins. And they go to the funeral crying. I mean, after you just killed this nigga. Yo, man. Oh, man. Let's get into it.
For it. So would another unexpected man from Boosie's neighborhood. That would be a man named Kendrick Johnson, who Boosie had pretty much raised as well. And Kendrick Johnson is the younger brother of Boosie's artist Lil Fat. Boosie would talk about this on DJ Vlad.
Fat ain't do nothing to make the situation how it was. His brother had did something to make the situation how it was.
Well, Marlo Mike, for whatever reason, decided to tell everything in detail. He wasn't offered a way out or anything. he just figured why not take the Tekashi route, except with no reward. He would go into detail about
he took the Tekashi 6ix9ine route and didn't get a reward. Oh man, come on, man. What's wrong with these niggas, man? For real.
every single situation, which pretty much only made it worse for him. But then when it came to the Tory Boyd situation, Marlo Mike would say that Boosie paid him to do it, and this would ultimately result in Boosie's arrest. However, an unexpected person would come to Boosie's defense.
This jammed up. Stop talking quick. Damn, man. See, that's why Boosie got arrested, because they started linking shit, but not knowing. You know what I mean? That dude did that on his own. He ain't had nothing to do with Boosie, so he was still salty. You know what I mean? Because Boosie gave him $2,800 instead of $25,000, so he's still salty. That shit was still on his mind. You know what I mean? And he threw Boosie in the mix. You know what I mean? To make it look like, oh, he's paying him for every hit, probably. Knowing Boosie only for like one. You know what I mean? The first one, we don't know. They ain't talk about money. We ain't say nothing about money. But the other one, Terry Boyd, yeah, they mentioned money of $25,000. He mentioned on that. So, that's crazy. Now Boosie jammed up, you know what I mean? Going through the jails.
Defense. That would be Terry Boyd's sister, who claimed that her brother and Boosie had no issues whatsoever. Why she did this, it didn't seem to make any sense at first, until people realized that she has a child with Boosie. So at that point, she wants her child's father to be around for her kid. So honestly, even though I think it's a tough decision, I think she made the right one. But what?
Damn, so that's crazy. So the nigga that was in jail at first, the one Marlo Mike killed for the $25,000 but got $2,800 for, he was talking all that stuff in jail because he already knew Boosie and already didn't like Boosie because Boosie was dating his sister and had a kid by his sister. So it all makes sense now. You know what I mean? Why that dude would be talking all heavy and shit like that. Because he know eventually he'll be able to see Boosie through his sister. You know what I mean? To get the kid. And Boosie probably know, like, what he's about, you know what I mean? Because why would you just pay for that one? Allegedly. Well, it's on here, but allegedly. Why would you pay for that one and not nobody else? Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. But that dude had to be real serious because, you know what I mean? He was paying $25,000. But then again, dude only got $2,800.
What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments whether she should have stuck up for her brother.
Yeah, man. That shit crazy, man. That shit crazy, man. You know what I mean? That's that Boosie story. You know what I mean? Or what happened at the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Before he got locked up for the murder case and got out. You know what I mean? Good thing he out doing his thing. Dude retracted, you know what I mean, the statement he gave the Marlo Mike kid. He retracted his statements as we all seen in the movie. You know what I mean? If you watched it, you know what I mean? That's what we seen. But yeah, man. Let me know y'all feedback on this. You know what I mean? Leave that in the comment section. Let's have a discussion about it. You know what I mean? What y'all think about it. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. But please, man, share. You know what I mean? And please, make sure to like this video, man, if you like it. You heard? And you already know, man. Subscribe. You heard? 'Cause UKNOOo TV. And I'm out.